Hello and welcome back to Syberia, the world before, where Kate is convinced, based on a hunch, that clearly Dana must have been home during the raids, even though evidence alludes to the opposite. But I'm sure Kate will be entirely correct, because she is just that brilliant. She just knows. So I guess we're gonna go and read a book about the war in Vagan, but first, like I mentioned last time, let's just head over here and just check if there was anything more on that memorial that I didn't fully check. And I guess we'll check in with the shopkeep as well, though I don't think she has anything to say. Just right here, this, you can move the camera, yeah. Aha.
Keller, Meyer, Ortel. I'm getting close.
Oh, but this is you can't see. It would be, what was it? Was it Miller? David? Her dad? I don't know.
Some of the names are covered up with dirt. How could I clean it?
Wait, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Because, maybe I want to read the book first.
Otto, Pfeiffer. What if... Some of the
What
names
if
are
what?
covered up with dirt. How could I clean it?
What is she called again? Dana Rose? But, I don't know if what the parents were called.
Vogt? Weiss? Dana isn't mentioned here. Ackerman? Fisher? Yorga? I can't find Dana here.
Okay, so I guess we are doing this, but, hold on. What would I even use? Do I have anything to use? A handkerchief? Probably not, right? Maybe? Oh yeah, okay, in that case I'm gonna hold off on this, because this is something we're doing right now. So yeah, let's read the book, and let's talk, and yeah, I guess see if we can find any, cleaning supplies, maybe?
Souvenirs here look more upmarket than the ones I've seen elsewhere.
That's the same still.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you, Fraulein.
Uh-huh. Okay, good. And then, where was this? Next one over or something? There was, a book stand. Yeah, here.
Huh. According to that book, the pogrom occurred at the beginning of November 1938.
Yes, we knew that already. Uh-huh.
Come on, Oscar. We need to find more clues.
Why are you so, I don't know, hysterical? She's acting really, bizarre. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess we now just go scrape off that stuff. However we're gonna do that. I guess with a handkerchief, even though isn't that, evidence and a priceless heirloom? Oh well, I suppose. Very awkward camera, thank you. Okay, awkward controls as well, so sure. Yeah, apparently that worked. I feel like just using your hand would have been just as good as an old oh, that's David.
Dana isn't mentioned here.
Oh, so we just check specifically for her name, not for anyone related to her? Okay, fair enough. I feel like this handkerchief would just fall apart, scraping on a statue.
Anton and Lena Rose.
Ah,
Dana's
there we go.
parents. Oh God, they were killed during the pogrom.
Is Dana Rose also mentioned?
It
You have
doesn't look
eyes,
like it,
Oscar.
no. But I need to be sure. I think that's it, Oscar.
Now he's just out.
We know that the
What the
pogrom
hell?
occurred at the beginning of November 1938.
He can just teleport.
Dana's parents, Anton and Lena, were killed, that's certain. But Dana was supposed to be at the sanatorium back then.
So why
Which
do you
seems
think
to
she
be
wasn't?
confirmed by that message Herr Hoss left in the house, Kate Walker.
Exactly. So I guess we're done here, Oscar. Let's take the tram back to the guest house.
So what was
We'll
the
try to
point
find
of
that
this step
sanitarium
then?
First thing tomorrow.
If it just confirmed that, yeah, she was at the sanatorium, like they said, and again, the evidence was pointing to that being the case. Why would we even assume we needed evidence? I don't know, man. This is weird. I thought it was gonna be some, like, bullshit where, oh, Kate just for some reason thinks surely she must have come home because of medical complications or whatever, because she was pregnant, and then she was here during the raids, but... And it was just like, oh, she's so brilliant, she figured it out, even though that wouldn't make any sense. But now it just isn't that, so she just had this, like, idea, completely with no basis, that just turned out to be wrong, and it was just pointless. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. This is very strange.
So,
Oh,
there she is. The famous Kate Walker.
what?
Sorry, what?
Dana Rose.
Enough said, I guess.
I knew her very well, you know. Our Dana darling. Waiting for the tram, aren't you? Well, we'd be better off speaking at the guest house. I hear there's a storm coming.
I thought we were
Pleased to
gonna,
make
like,
your acquaintance,
meet
Miss
the
Walker.
investigator finally.
Colonel Blake.
Colonel Blake or Fraulein Junta?
Oh. I see. I didn't connect
Connecting
those
the
dots.
Are we? You're a very clever young woman. But you must be eager to know why I'm here in front of you, bearing the
I mean, I think
surname of
we
one of
heard that
Her
right on the
Majesty's
computer, but
military
I didn't even know.
officers.
Kate is just that brilliant.
But here's our tram. Would you be so kind?
Then why the fuck did you sit down for 10 seconds? And we're just gonna be like sitting in silence the entire tram ride because, oh, we can't talk here. Let's talk at the guest house. Yes. Okay. Lingered a little too long there. Leave the bridge of mists with Colonel Blake. Yep, we literally just sit here in silence. Just like, let's not say a word. We have to wait until we get to the guest house. Also, what the hell is going on there? She's leaning her hands on her like, cane, but the cane is right here. It's, like, mismatched. Okay. Oh, now it's perfect. From
So,
this
Miss
perspective.
Walker, you've been rather quiet. I would have thought you'd have some questions for me. No?
Move along. Colonel Blake. Okay, finally, we are talking on the tram. That makes sense. Also, this is a nice shot.
You used your prestige as an artist to spy on the Brown Shadow for the UK before and during the war.
So this is interesting as well. Like,
So-
if I didn't read that on the computer, I guess I wouldn't have this option. So, like, there's definitely some minor things that change based on your actions, which is always nice. I don't think much of it changes, but yeah, a little bit
What is
is
your
a nice
plan?
touch.
Junta Steinhoff or Colonel Blake?
Neither.
James Blake is my name, Miss Walker. It's not the sort of name the Brown Shadow would have trusted, I'm sure you'll agree. So I took my mother's maiden name as an alias. Both my parents were diplomats from Austria, you see.
So you were some kind of double agent.
But yeah, that we read that. It was pretty obvious.
You make it sound more romantic than it really was, miss. But yes, I guess one could say so.
The guest house.
You mentioned the guest house. Are you that other guest I heard about?
Well, that's a convenient coincidence.
Indeed, Miss Walker. It's actually
How?
Frau Wagner who
How
told
would
me
this
about
happen?
you. When she told me that you were looking for Dana, I knew I had to talk to you. Frau Wagner told me to call the academy, which I did, and the rector then redirected me towards the Bridge of Mists. And that's how I ended up wandering up and down it, asking about a mysterious American
Couldn't you have just, like,
woman
waited
with
at the
a
guest house?
painting.
Because you knew I was staying there?
I guess you have new information about Dana for me?
I might very well indeed, Miss Walker, but what if you told me first what that little investigation of yours has dug up about Dana?
Straight to the point. Leon was on the run.
I know Dana was very concerned about Leon being on the run after the death of that scientist, Herr Berger. I can't blame her. How could he survive through the winter all alone in the mountains in a strange country?
How could he? That's exactly the right question, Miss Walker. That origin.
She sounds like she knows that he did survive.
What a mess that was.
Dana left for a sanatorium.
I discovered today that Dana became pregnant that summer of 37. Leon was the father. So her parents decided to hide her in a sanatorium outside town.
Hide. Well,
Which
that makes it sound like
I
it was for her
assume
own good.
Saved her from the night of the Brown Shadow pogroms.
I mean, it ended up being
in
that, but
Vagen.
that didn't
You
seem like it was
assume
their
right.
reasoning.
But her parents, on the other hand.
Yes, I heard they didn't make it.
You heard
Poor
from the
bastards,
rock?
if you'll pardon my French.
So that's basically all I know. Can you tell me what happened to Dana after she left for the sanatorium to have her baby?
I must confess, Miss Walker, that I was afraid you might overlook some of the painful information here, which is clearly the case.
What do you mean?
Are you calling me dumb?
Look, I think it would be best if we stay in this carriage until the very end. I know it is an odd request to make, but you really must see this for yourself.
Like,
Well,
not the guest
Until
house?
then, I recommend you look outside the window. I
And shut the fuck
guarantee
up. Don't
it'll
say
be
a
worth
single
your
word.
while.
Just stare out the window. Also convenient that no one else is on this entire tram. Spirited Away moment. Pretty sure they got that from that. Uh-huh. Baden Island. Definitely the most optimal and efficient use of, like, infrastructure money, building an underwater railway, like, hybrid tram boat thing, instead of just making, like, bridges, or ferries, or whatever, a subway. Nah, this makes sense. She walked around like the entire town looking for you. I think she can handle herself. Suddenly she's like extremely weak.
I'm sorry, Miss Walker, but chasing you around that bridge was
Yeah, took all the energy.
More exhausting than I thought.
Okay.
That's okay. I can wait.
Ah, nonsense. I know how eager you are to find out about Dana. So you go first. I'll meet you at section 08. I'll come meet you there.
And that's the last we ever saw of Frau Junta. Insist. Sure, I'll insist.
Can't you just tell me what we're doing here?
I know it must seem cruel, speaking in riddles and keeping up all this mystery like a bloody fortune teller, but I promise you must see for yourself.
Fair enough. Insist again.
Okay then.
Scream at her.
And
Get mad.
don't forget, miss, section 08. Find it, and I'll meet you there.
Oof. Cold as hell here.
Also, I've been forgetting to read the journal. I should have done that on Dana. I wonder if we're even going to play as Dana anymore. Otherwise, I might have to read it like... Wait, did I read the journal? No. Because we had the diary, but we didn't like read the in-game journal, right? I don't think so. The great Vagan swans are not only the immortal symbol of our town, they are living and fragile beings, so please do not feed the swans. Wrong and uncontrolled feeding can cause illness and be fatal to them. I thought it was going to be like, watch out, warning, they're swans, they're giant assholes and they'll probably like peck your eyeballs out.
No, I can't go. Bad idea. Can't leave now.
What is this one? Oh, the shop. So, what do we have here? Bridge of Mists, I think I read that. She broke into what used to be the childhood home of that... Okay, this is new. That young woman she's been looking for. How do you know she broke into it? The shopkeeper didn't even know that. This doesn't make any sense. Frau Hegel, or Heigel, the owner of the place, was furious when I questioned her. She had explicitly refused Kate access. So how would you know that she broke in? Oh my god, this journal is so stupid, just all across the entire game. This is just such a bad idea. Jesus Christ, not only did Miss Walker break into her premises, she also uncovered an entire hidden floor of the premises. Thanks for using premises twice. It had apparently been walled up in haste after the bombings during the liberation of Vagan. As for Frau Hegel, she seemed... I'm just gonna say Hegel because Hegel sounds like it should be pronounced that way, even though they did pronounce it Heigel. But like, that doesn't make any sense in German. She seems terrified at the prospect of a tax rise for the previously undeclared livable area that Kate had unblocked. Unlocked? Unblocked. But what struck me was the state of conservation of the place. This hidden floor of bygone days is where Dana Rose's childhood bedroom is located. It had remained virtually intact since the 1930s. The place did look as if it had been ransacked, though, most likely during the pogroms that followed the accession to power of the Brown Shadow in 1938. I also made a sad discovery about the fate of Anton and Lena Rose, young Dana's parents. Apparently he also discovered that. They were killed during the pogroms, but the fate of their daughter remains a mystery. This entire journal would just make so much more sense if it was just Kate writing in the journal, and not this bullshit about, like, oh, it's the investigator tailing you and writing his discoveries, because, again, it doesn't make any sense how he would discover even half of this stuff. I now plan to go to the little island in the middle of the Dombre. Why? That's the river that runs through Vagan, because Kate was seen in the company of a strange old lady after a visit to the bridge. Again! How? What do you mean? You saw her... Okay, someone maybe saw her in the company of an old lady and they both boarded the same tram that was headed for the guest house. Why would you then assume that they're gonna skip the guest house and keep going out to Baden? Oh my fucking god, this stuff is so moronic. I can't believe anyone thought this was a good idea. This stupid journal is so unbelievable.
First, miss. I'll catch up. I'm very sorry about that, Miss Walker. O8. That's the section you'll need to find. I'm very sorry
Alright.
about that, Miss Walker.
How the heck do I get myself into these situations?
Well, you're not really making an effort to get yourself out of these situations, Kate.
These ruins, they look like they're from the Middle Ages or something.
Is this the sanatorium?
There's something sinister about all this.
Have no fear, Kate Walker.
And we still haven't found out what was going on with, like, the people in the mountains, like, tailing me as well.
Statistically speaking, it is highly improbable that you'll meet anybody, good or bad.
Thank you, Oscar, but please do me a favor. Stop trying to reassure me, would you?
As you wish, Kate Walker.
The graphics here are quite nice, like the puddle and lighting and fog. Oh, I missed a thing I could look at. Wait. Damn it. Hopefully we can just walk back out.
This place gives me the creeps. Looks like... Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, it's a graveyard! I could never tell! Yes. Yes, we get it. Okay.
What is it, Kate Walker?
This place, it's a cemetery, Oscar.
What?
I think Dana's... Oh my god, she must have...
Don't jump to hasty conclusions.
Yes,
yet,
of
Kate
course
Walker.
she
You
probably
should
would
try
have
and
died
find that
already.
spot that Colonel
It was
Blake
70 years
mentioned.
ago. It's a
Section
wonder,
08.
like, Junta's even
Yes,
alive.
Okay, let's go.
Junta must be in, like, her 90s, right?
I have to find Section
Aw.
08 before I leave.
Damn it.
I need to know.
I wanted to look at that, because it obviously would say something, but... Oh well. Let's, I mean, it's saved now, I assume, yeah. Let's leave it there, and I'll, continue this next time. I'm wondering if I should, like, try and load it back up to look at that sign, but... It's probably nothing, but then again, it might have, like, made one of those auto backups right when we set foot here. I can just take a quick look, otherwise we'll just continue here. So, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. The nonsense is coming to an intense climax very soon, I suppose. I don't even know where this is gonna go, like, how this could possibly be a satisfying conclusion to the story. What are we gonna find out? I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you next time.